Alright, hey guys, how's it going? So I got a groovy old 90s R&B song for you. We're going to do Return of the Mack by Morrison. I heard this song the other day. It popped up in a Pandora shuffle. I thought, I want to sit down, have some fun, try to recreate that in a loop, try to get it to sound like the song. So I sat down with the record and just tried to figure everything out the best I could. I'm pretty sure everything is right. I'm just using my ears to figure all this stuff out. But it starts out, it's pretty much two chords throughout 99% of the song, but it starts out, the first 16 bars, it starts out in the major key of C, and then it switches to the relative minor, and we go into A minor, and then there's a different two chords that are played throughout the rest of the entire song. So we'll go over all that, and then I'll show you like some of the little lead parts that are in there, and I'll show you all the vocal melody. All of this stuff is all about timing, trying to land the chords on the downbeat to match the bass, and especially the vocal melody, man. You really have to lay back and play behind the beat to get that vocal melody to sit in the pocket in the groove, right? It's really, it's a lot trickier than it seems, because it kind of sounds like he's singing ahead of the beat or like rushing, but he's not. He's really sitting back when you go to play this on the guitar. So if you create a loop and start playing the melody, you'll see what I'm talking about. But this is a great way to work on your timing and your phrasing and things like that. But let's just go ahead and get into the intro. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll teach this like the recording and the order everything appears in, instead of showing you the way I did everything in the loop. And then after that, I'll show you the way I did the loop and the vocal melody and all that stuff. Alright, so on the recording, it comes in playing this little riff from E to D. Alright, so you can play this as single notes. I just thought it sounded kind of weak that way. I wanted to fatten it up, so we're going to play it as octaves from E to D. We'll go 14 and 17, D and B. Hit it once, then go back 2 frets to 12, 15, D and B. Hit it twice and rest in between, kind of mute it out. Then go back up to 14, 17, hit it once. Alright, and then we'll repeat that 4 times. And you want to make sure when you come back around, come back in on that downbeat, right? Okay, so that's that little riff that you hear. Now I let that loop throughout just because I couldn't bring it in and out on a loop, but it drops out in the verse. It's played at the beginning and it's played throughout the chorus. And then after it does that 4 times, then you have like these 2 chords that come in that are different than the main 2 chords you hear throughout the other 99% of the song. So it's a cool little modulation. It starts out in C major and then it modulates into its relative minor of A minor. So a lot of these chords, both major and minor, share a lot of like common notes. So they sound really cool when they shift into each other, right? So I'm using my ears for all this. I'm 99% sure that this is correct. It sounded good when I was playing along to the recording and nothing sounded out. It just melted right in. So basically you start out going in C major from 1 to 4, like C to F. We'll go C major 9 to F major 7. Okay. And we'll do do that 4 times. And then you can hear the tonality when it shifts into minor. Right? So like they almost kind of sound the same, like playing this chord and then playing this chord. Like just subtle differences, right? This took me a minute to figure out, right? So like versus this, and then playing this instead of playing, right? So they share a lot of common tones, which is what made it kind of tricky to figure out, but I'm pretty sure this is what's going on. So for your C major 9, we're gonna go A on the 3rd fret, D on 2, pinky finger on 4 on G, and then your ring finger 3 on the B string. I'll just pluck all 4 and I'll go back and hit A with my thumb and just pluck D, G, and B. Alright, so 3, 2, 4, 3, A, D, G, and B. Do that. Mute them out. Then your F major 7, you're basically playing an A minor chord with your thumb on the 1st fret with F in the bass. So 1st fret on the low E, then play D and G on 2 and 1 on B. And just let that ring out, right? You go back and forth, do that 4 times. Okay, and then from there, after you do that 4 times, it'll shift into the main 2 chords, and it'll shift into the relative minor of A minor, going from C major to A minor, right? Alright, so then we shift, and I'm just going to call this G over A. Have open A, then have D, G, and B, 5, 4, and 3. I'll just let that A ring open and plug D, G, and B again. Okay, then we're going to go to call this D minor 9. We'll have a middle finger on 5th fret on the A string, index finger 3 on D, then have G and B on 5th fret. Okay, you want to really hit these on the downbeat with the bass, make sure they kind of line up and match. You can really hear that. If you just want to play along to the recording, that's it. That's the whole intro, and those are the main 2 chords that go throughout the entire song. It doesn't change, and so that's it. But if you want the vocal melody part, let's go ahead and get into that. Alright, so for the vocal melody part, from a technical, like physical standpoint, this isn't difficult to play. But man, getting it in time, getting it to sit in the pocket, laying back, playing behind the beat, getting these like markers to hit on the downbeat, it's a little more challenging than you would think, right? So keep that in mind. You're playing along, find the downbeat, play along to the recording. If you make a loop, however you want to do it. When I made the loop, I just started out, kind of did everything backwards. I put down the chords first, then that little riff, and then came in on top of that with the vocal melody part, right? So the vocal melody, it's pretty much all double stops out of A minor, trying to match the phrasing of the singer, and then we'll kind of go back and forth between like G major and this like A minor 11 type of thing, right? So we start out, alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to slide in to a D on 5, and then pick 5 on G, or 7 on D to 5 on G, and then hit D and G together on 7, and take your pinky off and go 7, 5, D and G. Okay. And after you go back down to 7, D and G, I'm going to slide into A and D on 7, and then pick 7 on D and 5 on G, right? I'll do that like whatever 3 times. I'll palm mute everything too, and let other parts ring open. Okay, then we'll do a. Then I'll just stab 7 D on D and 5 on G. Then I'll go to that G major triad, 5, 4, 3, D, G, and B. Do like a down, down, up. Okay, then I'll go into this like A minor at 11. What I'll do is I'll bar the 5th fret on A, D, or E, A, D, and G, and then I'll have my ring finger on 7 on the D string. Alright, it's a cool little chord. So that'll be your main motif there on the verse, right? That again. Okay, second time we'll change it. Second time when I get into 7 to 5, I'll slide up to 10, 9, D and G. I'll hit that once and then hit it again and slide back from 10, 9, D and G to 7 on D and G. Just trying to match his melody, right? Okay, then back to what we did. Okay, and then we'll go back from that G to that A minor 11 we already went over, right? So far. Okay, now we get into that "you lied to me," and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back and forth. All phrasing, all timing. You gotta really like lay back and just kind of play along to it. But we'll start out 7D, 5G. You lied to me. You lied. So when he says me, you're going to land on this A minor. So we go D7, 5G, hit it once, and then like a down, down, up on your G major triad, 5, 4, 3. And then land on that downbeat on that A minor 11. 5 on E and A, 7 on D, 5 on G. Okay, and then we'll do this. Because he told me that, whatever he says, right? Working all double stops, kind of like fourth intervals right out of your first box of A minor pentatonic. We're going to go D and G bar on 5 to 7 on D and G, to G and B on 7, back to D and G on 7. So you go 5 to 7 on D and G, and then 5 on G and B, back to 7 on D and G, then back to 5 on D and G, then 7 on A and D, back to D and G on 5, pause, hammer on to 7, and then hit 7 again, right? Just get that phrase. Okay, then you lie to me. We'll do that D and G, 7-5 again. G major triad. That A minor 11. All right, we already gone over that a few times, so I won't repeat it. But okay, now the next melody, we'll go D, G, 7-5. 10-9 D and G, hit it twice and slide off. Then go back 7-5 to 10-9, hit it twice. Then I'm going to go to 7-5 D and G, hammer on to 7 with my pinky on G. Okay, then we do the "you lied to me" thing again. Basically the same thing we already did, right? And then the last time, okay, this part's tricky because on the song there's a pause. He goes, "But I do, well I do, and there's like a whoosh, and it pauses, and then it comes in. It comes in doing the return of the Mack, right? So I had to find a way to kind of fill that gap. And since there wasn't a gap, find a way to transition between the verse and the chorus there. So that last time, we're going to go DG 7-5, 10-9 D and G, hit it twice, slide off, 'cause I do. Then we'll walk up 7-5 to 10-9, then go 12-10 D and G, then back to 10-9, then 7 D and G twice, and then 7-5 D and G. Okay, you just hit 7-5 twice, and then we get into the chorus part, right? So, and then we get into the return of the Mack part. Okay, so real slow, you have just that second part. Let's so I don't lose my place. Let's just go over everything really slow from the beginning, right? So that whole melody of the verse that leads into the chorus will go so that'll be your whole like vocal melody, right? And then it's kind of just does that throughout each time. You may phrase one or two lines a little different, but all the notes will be the same. You just kind of use your right hand to phrase it a little bit differently. And then the return of the Mack part, when we get into that, we do the and then we'll go so it's kind of tricky the way he's singing it. It's kind of like a call and response. Return of the Mack, there it is. Return of the Mack, oh my God. You know, there's like this call and response thing. So doing all that stuff and trying to play it in time can be a little tricky, right? So we start out with A minor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have 7 on D, bar G and B on 5. Kind of hit it down. And I'm going to hammer off my pinky to 7 on G. Kind of strum it down. And then go back and just hit that A minor 7-5-5. I'll do kind of muted hits in between just to keep it percussive and the flow going. Then I'll come up here to 10-9 on D and G, trying to do that response where he's singing like, there it is, oh my God, whatever it is, right? So and we'll do that 3 times. Third time, we'll do that, oh my God. I'll come up here, I'll go 10-9 on D and G, and then bar 7 on D and G, go back to 10-9, slide off, and then go 7-5 D and G. I'm going to play this G major triad. Instead of playing this, I'm going to play this here. I'm going to go 5 on A and D and 4 on G. Slide up to A and D on 7, kind of play like your A5. And use your middle and ring, right? You have your ring finger on that D string so you can slide up easier. And you're right in position to go to that A minor like at 11, right? So then after you go up to 7 on A and D, bar E, A, D, and G on 5, and then have 7 on D. Okay, so that whole chorus real slow. Okay, and you just repeat that. That's the chorus, and that's really the whole song. And at the end, I was just having some fun. I'm just sliding around all these like little pentatonic double stop patterns like at A minor, just doing like the Just having some fun, like doing right hand percussive type of stuff. So you can kind of mess around with it however you want to do, if you even want to mess with that kind of stuff. I just think it's good practice doing like I was doing 6 at a time. So we're just going to go B and E on 5, slide into 8 on B and E, and then slide into 10 on B and E, and then slide back to 8, down, up, down, up, down, up the whole time, right? Slide back to 5 on B and E, slide back to 3, and then back into 5. Okay, and then what I was doing on the intro, I was doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess you call those sextuplets. Alright, just get my thumbnail out of the way. Okay, so it's just kind of messing with stuff. It's not really like important. It's just something I like to kind of practice, working on right hand rhythm stuff. You could also sit here and just do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like you could stop there, or you could do 8. Or you could like double time it and do those 6, like. Alright, none of that's important. It's not in the song. I was just having some fun, just trying to end it in a fun way. But that's the whole tune, right? So not a lot to the song, but timing wise and feel wise, it's everything. Oh man, like pretty much every R&B song, like, you know, rock and roll and stuff like that, you can kind of get away with being a little sloppy, pushing the beat here and there. But when you're doing R&B, man, there's no room. Like, there's just no margin for error with that stuff. I mean, you're talking like milliseconds about all this, and like just trying to get the downbeat with the bass and the drums, really laying back behind the beat with the vocal melody, man. It's not as easy as it seems, as it would sound when you listen to it, right? So really trying to work on these things and get better at all that. You know, I'm aware of it. I'm just trying to like beat it out of me, and I'm really just working, you know, spending a couple hours a day with the drum beat, a metronome, and just working on hitting like the 1 and the 3, the 2 and the 4, the and the 1, the and the 3, the and the 2, the and the 4, and just all day just you know, just doing stuff like that, and like trying to groove with my body, just trying to like recalibrate my internal timing so I can like stay in the pocket and groove a little bit better. But anyway, man, that's it. I hope you have some fun with it. Just practice slow, have fun. I'll see you next time.